Twix milk.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
A milk.
Okay, relax. Drink your milk. Drink her milk in the morning. We drink coffee and she drinks milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, honey.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, they're going down the hill. That's cheating.
Down the hill. No check engine light, nothing. Hey guys, so I'm driving this car and the temperature is just bouncing around like crazy. It's
Good
nearly
morning,
at the ice
everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
We're so bored.
You bored?
Yeah, we're bored.
I'm literally freezing.
Daddy, she says she's bored.
Just a little 6
We're
hour
bored.
update.
We're at Vita house.
Just to see.
We're at this house. This,
Turns
I'm
out
gonna
there's-
say,
I haven't turned it off
this
since
is
I
my
pulled it
face.
back in
It's
here.
eat up. My Dorito. This is my cup
We're still
for drinking
good.
milk. And we're
Look at
drinking
that. So
milk.
that's in the middle now.
Some made it. Some
Check
delicious.
engine light is
This is my dog,
Just
Leo.
realized that
I
was not
shot a
on before.
bug. I shot a bug.
That's not a good sign, but hey, the
Shut
car's
it.
running. It sounds good.
Wow.
I shot a bug.
It survived.
Where's the bug?
Would not have expected that.
The bug is up there. Oh, Daddy has saved me. I'm wearing my shoes. There is a pee-pee cutter. And there's a pee-pee. Like this, mad at me. Oh, damn it.
Oh.
He should like say it.
Don't say that.
He say, at my house. That's our house.
No,
I was on my keys. That's my key.
we don't say that, okay?
Never say that.
Don't say darn it.
Daddy will say that.
Only Daddy can say that.
Yeah. Oh, should go 99.
No, you don't.
This is a picture.
No picture. Yeah.
This is a picture. This one milk. This one milk.
Nói tiếng gì cái đó là cái gì?
Sữa.
Sữa.
Uh-oh.
Muốn nào? Muốn nhang. Muốn đằng bằng lại đổ hết rồi kìa. Kệ nó. Cầm lại. We'll go get dressed with the closet. Go
Rồi
on.
đi thăm áo. Nó đồ áo.
Just a little update. So I'm gonna give you guys like a full story about my miscarriage. Last video wasn't like extremely clear.
Video.
So I went to the ER because of pelvic pain, you know, really bad. So we waited for like 20 minutes before, because I didn't want to go into the ER because God knows, you know, during this time, COVID, so nobody want to go to the hospital at all. So I waited at home. We waited at home for like 20 minutes. And then I was like, okay, no, I have to go in. It was like 2 a.m. now.
I convinced you.
Yeah, he convinced me to go because it was just pain. I couldn't lay down. I could not lay down. I was like hunched over on my hands and feet. So he convinced me. We woke up the child and we went to the ER. It's like 10 minutes away. So 5 minutes away. Went in there and then they did a lot of testing, ultrasound, pelvic exam, and all that good stuff. And they were like, oh, it's normal. You're fine. Ultrasound shows, you know, there's fluid. There's fluid in there. They didn't know whether it was blood or it was a popped cyst or anything. They didn't know. And then urine test came back negative. Blood test came back positive for pregnancy. I was at, they measure at 35 HCG beta level, which was like a week. It was so early that it only showed in blood and not urine. So at this point right here was like 7 a.m. So I've been in there for quite a while. 7 a.m. and they're just waiting for the new shift to come in now to talk to me, look at my chart and whatnot. 7:30, 8 o'clock comes around. They were like, well, we think that you might be having like an ectopic pregnancy, or your cyst burst. They don't know. They literally don't know anything. And I was in there by myself. He couldn't be in there with me because of the COVID and whatnot. So I was in there and I had to make a decision whether to let them go in there and look around. So it's called like laparoscopy procedure. So they like cut 2 incisions on top of your ovaries and then 1 in your belly button. And they go in there, they look and whatnot, and there is a risk. The risk is that they put me to sleep and then the anesthesia could terminate the pregnancy if it was a normal pregnancy. If it was a normal pregnancy, it could terminate the pregnancy. Well, it turned out it was a normal pregnancy. It was just a large cyst that burst.
Ruptured cyst.
It was a ruptured cyst. It was, pus and blood everywhere. It was
life-threatening.
It was life-threatening to me.
You had to get it done.
They gave me... I didn't want to get it done at all. I was like, I know in my heart, I was like, it's a normal pregnancy. I want to go home because I did not want to go and do the surgery and then something happened and I can't keep my baby. Like I didn't want to do it at all. So I call my husband and he was like, well, you have to do it. It's we can always make a new baby.
Well, there was 2 things. They said it was life-threatening, right? And if you refused medical service under these conditions,
Insurance
your
won't cover
it. So,
and I've been in there for literally the whole day. This point right here was like 10 o'clock a.m.
That's buku bucks.
They're like, your insurance won't cover it. I didn't really care if the insurance covered it or not. I really don't give a...
Okay, but the biggest thing was that it was life-threatening. You had internal bleeding. So.
I had internal bleeding. They see it was fluid. They know it was blood for sure, but they didn't know whether it was an ectopic pregnancy or it was just a cyst that was making me hurt like that. So that's why the reason they were pushing me. They weren't pushing me. They recommended me to go for the procedure. I called my mom. I was crying. And then my mom said the same thing. My mom said, your health is more important. The pregnancy is only like literally a week, top a week and a half. 35 beta level. So it was like a week and a half and whatnot. It wasn't even on urine test.
Yeah.
So I cry. And then I was like, okay, you guys are right. So I did it. I went under and I went home the same day around 3-4 o'clock. So it was like an hour and a half, 2-hour procedure.
Nah, it was longer than that.
I don't know. I was sleeping.
Like 4 hours, bro.
I was sleeping.
I wasn't, so I knew it was like 4.5 hours, bro.
I felt bad. We woke her up at 2 a.m. and she didn't go back to bed until when? 1-2 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, so I felt bad, but I was hurting. It sucks that nobody could be in there with me, and I had to make the decision. I wanted to go home. That was my decision.
But it wasn't.
I wanted to go home. But yeah, I did the procedure, and then I had no idea of anything.
I mean, the doctor called me and said the surgery was fine. They removed the cyst. The baby's fine. It's good. That's what the doctor said.
That's what they said. I don't know. So we went home, and then so it's bedridden for the next 2-3 days or whatnot. Well, fast forward 2 days later, I started to bleed. So what's in my head? I lost the baby.
Take you back to the hospital. They read your levels at 88.
They did another blood test, urine test, no ultrasound this time. So blood test count came back. Beta level is 88 now. It's supposed to go double every 48 hours.
Which that was a sign.
Yeah, it's
Double.
supposed to double. As a healthy pregnancy, it's supposed to double every 48 hours. So it did. It went up from 35 2 days ago to 88 now. And I was happy. But I was questioning about the bleeding because I was bleeding like I was having my period, like normal red, really bright red, and clumps, normal period. And but the blood says otherwise. And at this point, urine popped positive too. So pregnancy popped on the urine test, and I went home. They let me discharge. I went home.
Set up a follow-up appointment.
Yeah, they told me to set up a follow-up appointment the next 2 days.
No.
In another 2 days. So that was Sunday. And then I went home. I took my own home pregnancy test. And it was positive, like big, bold positive. And I was so happy. But they didn't know why I was bleeding. That's why I have to follow up. And a week went by. I went for the 2 days. 2 days follow up with my own OBG. They recommended their OBG because he worked in the hospital, so he can see my chart. He can see what's going on with me for the last 4 days. So I was like, sure, I'm not gonna go to my own OB. I'll just go to the one that you guys recommend. So I went, and then blood tests, more pelvic exam, more urine tests, and they use this cheap 99, like the Dollar Tree pregnancy test, the one that you had to
I think it was like a 50-cent.
drop your urine in there. Not the one that you pee on, the one that you have to pee in a cup, and then they tube it into the test. So she was like, there's just like a barely faint line on it. And I was like, oh no. So blood test, and then I had to wait 24 hours for me to know the result of my blood test because they're not the hospital, not the ER for me to get result immediately. So 24 hours, the waiting game is ridiculous. Here I am, anxious, and my mind is racing by. I don't know, in my head, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? What's wrong with me? Why am I bleeding? The pain at this point has gone away. It's just the surgery pain now, the incision pain. So I had to wait another 24 hours to know the blood test result. Okay, 24 hours went by. I'm calling. And then they call me. They didn't answer, so they call me. And they were like, well, your blood test level came back. And it's 26. It dropped from 88 to 26.
Which is rare, but it's not implausible. It can happen.
I Google everything.
Yeah.
Google doctor here.
No, we research, all right? We look into things, so it's not.
I Google, and I'm like, it says that, beta level can drop, HCG level can drop, in the beginning of the pregnancy, but it'll rise. It's rare. Some will rise up and, have normal pregnancy and whatnot. It happened, but it's rare. And I'm just like, maybe I'm not one of those rare type. So I lost hope. I really did.
I did.
I pray every day. He didn't. I lost hope. I was like, I'm still bleeding at this point. This is like 4 days in right here, and I'm still bleeding. And I'm just like, I'm done. You know, we're devastated, tears and emotional, and all the feeling come down, and my stomach was turning. I didn't know how to handle it. I still don't know how to handle it. But you know, and then another blood test is demanded of me in another 48 hours, because they need to keep reading. I guess they need to read until it's either the beta level either goes back up or it hits 0 completely. And yeah, got the call 2 days later, 3 days later, and it sure enough, it went down
To 7.
to 7. Every woman has like a little, at least 5% HCG level in her body. But yeah, it went down to 7, and
It was clear indication.
clear indication. And the doctor himself called me, and he was like, well, you probably had a chemical pregnancy, is what he called it. Chemical pregnancy. It's just too early. But in my head, I'm like, it was a surgery.
Yeah.
Trying to find some kind of excuse, something to blame it on.
Well, it was the surgery.
Something to blame it on, and I blame it on the surgery. I blame it on myself pretty much for having the surgery. If I would have went home that day,
I mean,
none of this would have happened. I still would have had my baby.
but you had internal bleeding, so you know you can't do that to yourself. Because there's only one of you, and he can make lots of babies. So you save the baby maker, right? I know that sounds harsh, but it is what it is. You know, I'm not trying to sound insensitive. It really sucks for me. I know it's a very emotional point that we've reached, but the only thing that we can do is just face adversity and continue to push, because you can't dwell on it, because then you're not going to have a positive outlook for the next one, right? We need to have positivity. We need to have, you know, a good, you know, foundation, you know, to build off of for the next baby, because we are going to keep trying.
I know it sucks, but there's a little bit. I think of it this way: it's only what 2-3 weeks old that we lost it. We literally knew about it last week, and then this week we lost it. So, and I guess in a way, we didn't have that kind of attachment to it. So losing it, yes, it hurts, but, and I know women out there that, you know, a lot of women out there miscarry and whatnot later on in their pregnancy. So it sucks. It sucks. I'm sorry to all the women out there that ever feels like this, you know. It's an emotional toll, physical toll. It sucks. Like, again, like, we only knew about the pregnancy a week ago. Some people out there pregnant, you know, 6-7 months. I pray that everybody that's ever pregnant have a safe pregnancy, healthy pregnancy, until your baby is in your arms.
No more.
It's a blessing to have that. And we'll continue to try. We'll continue to look for that blessing. We've been trying for the last year. We were honestly gonna go to a fertility doctor because, you know, his family has a history of infertility. Is that what you call it? Infertility. So he's getting older, and so we were
I'm only 30. I'm not getting older.
we were looking into going to a fertility doctor, but now, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, after you miscarry, it's a lot easier to get pregnant now. So
Just based on your body.
I've been still recovering from my surgery though, so I don't know how
Not
that
yet.
would. Yeah, I'm still recovering. No action.
But it's nothing you can't get through in life. Life throws you curveballs. Life throws roadblocks in front of you. You know, there's nothing to do but climb over, break through, go around, dig under, whatever, because you can't just stop somewhere in the middle of your life, because you have to understand that everything else is moving around you. Everything is going to continue to move around you. Your children, your siblings, your family, you know, your job, you know, everything is going to continue to move. And if you just stand there stagnant, right, it's not going to help your situation anymore.
It's better.
It's going to make it worse. So it's better to, you know, have your emotional time.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
let it out. What he's saying, yeah, you have to continue, but you also need to let it out.
You have to let it out. You have to
You have
express
to
it.
express it.
Get
You
it
have to
out.
say it. You know, just don't hold it in. It will eat you up.
Let it slap you in the face.
We talked, and the positivity he got out of this is that, oh, at least we know that we're fertile.
The silver lining.
Yeah, you know, it's not that we're not upset or sad about it, because we still are, but there's always a but. You have to look at it that way. You know,
I always say but.
yeah, we're fertile now, you know, just,
We don't need to waste time to go to a fertility doctor.
yeah, we don't need to waste time, waste money, you know, for somebody to treat us.
Where's my tummy?
What?
Where's my tummy?
I don't know. Where'd you put it? Crazy hair? Don't look at me. I don't have your chapstick.
How do you know what that is?
I know.
Where's
I
my
speak.
tummy
I speak
now?
Vietnamese.
Where's my tummy now?
I don't go find it.
You know what that means?
Tamin Dao. Huh? Tamin
She's
Dao.
so ugly.
I don't wanna.
You're so ugly.
Hey,
Okay, she doesn't want to be recorded, so.
picture.
No,
Picture.
she doesn't want it.
Go find your chapstick. I don't know where it's at.
I'm
Don't
blessed
look at me like that. I'll slap you in the face.
that, you know, I already have
Yeah.
one. She needs a sibling.
She's enough. She's enough.
You need a sibling,
I don't know if
yes.
you see that. Where's my Tammy now? Like looking at me.
Sassy. We're very
I'll
bossy.
slap you in the face. Look at the little turd face. Little turd face. Get that look out your face.
Every time I look at her, she makes me smile. Like, she's literally my support system. You know, yes, my husband is too, but looking at her
Where is
makes
it?
me
I
smile.
don't know. Where'd you
I'm
put it?
blessed.
I don't know.
Okay,
You
well,
know,
go find it.
To
Don't ask
everybody
me, 'cause I
that's
don't know where
having
it's
like
at.
a difficult time out
That's your own
there
problem.
with anything
go
in
find
life,
it.
you know,
I need you.
you got this. You can do this.
Is that my
You can do this. Talk to somebody. There's always somebody out there for you to talk to. There's always a support line, a support system out there for you.
No,
Okay? Don't hold it
Where is
in.
it?
You know,
I don't.
make
No.
smart decisions.
Hey, I'll go
Just
find it.
get help and you will be helped.
Dad,
You ain't got nobody. Call us.
look, Dad.
Yeah?
Go.
Message us.
Okay, go find it.
Message me. Message me. I'm literally home 24/7.
I'll give you the real deal too. I'll tell you how it is.
He doesn't sugarcoat things. Like,
Nope.
he's not insensitive,
I
but
just don't. I tell you what you need to know, basically.
yeah, he doesn't like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, he doesn't do that.
I mean, I will. Like, listen, I'm sorry. I feel for you. Trust me. Either I've been there or I haven't been there. I cannot sympathize. You know.
Everybody
or
have
whatever the-
different pain.
whatever
Everybody,
the case may be,
going through
but-
different things in life.
I'll tell you how to get over it.
I will go to sleep. I will go to sleep. I will
Okay.
go to sleep.
Bye, Felicia.
I will go to sleep.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, yeah, that's the whole story.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Are you live right now?
I'm not live. I'm recording. I need to get 1,000 subscribers for me to go live. I would love to go live, take you guys around town with us, because New York
Is that YouTube?
New York is beautiful here.
What's up?
So 1,000 subscribers.
It's bright, all right. My eyes are sensitive. I got 20.
Love you guys. Some of you guys have been really, really helpful. You know, messaging me and condolence me, and it's just,
I see things.
thank you. It means a
20
lot.
feet and people see it.
It means a lot. You know.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
But yeah,
You have 20.
wait till our next video. Hopefully it'll be a more
And you see
upbeat,
things at
happy
20 feet.
video.
People see it 15 feet. Yeah.
Was it like love, heart?
Heart. Yeah. Peace out.